Well, hi, it's Angela from North Carolina. And let's get started with some delicious southern shrimp salad. I'm using some Old Bay, and I've got my shrimp barely steaming in a little tiny bit of water, not much. I could have opened a beer, but I just didn't feel like it. It's early in the day, but they're really good steamed in beer. So all I'm doing right now is my shrimp with some Old Bay, and I'll be right back. You'll see that I've got my cooked shrimp with ice over it to stop it from cooking. You don't want your shrimp to get tough. Squeezing a fresh lemon over the shrimp is key in my book. I've got half of a lemon. If you don't have fresh lemon, you can use bottled, of course, or the kind that comes out of the little lemon plastic container. But lemon is really important. It actually kind of preserves your shrimp as it gives it flavor as well. When I make my really good shrimp salad, I use more vegetables than I use shrimp. So in my little grinder, I've already got red onion. I just put in 2 stalks of celery, and let me pop my, you hear the pop? You pop your fresh garlic with your knife to make the flavor come out before putting it in. So I've got my red onion, celery, and 2 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to give it a quick spin. I'm getting ready to peel my 3 organic eggs that are hard boiled. I do the shake method. After I boil them, I cool them off and shake, and the peels fall off. I'm going to add my egg that I've got chopped and ready to go. I've transferred to a larger bowl. You don't have to use expensive shrimp when you're making this kind of shrimp salad. You've got so many other great flavors in here. So this shrimp came from Lytle, not from Sprouts. And it's perfectly fine for shrimp salad. And I'm getting ready to make a dressing. And my dressing is going to be in a separate container because it breaks down almost the minute you make shrimp salad. And this is for dinner tonight, this is lunchtime. So I always do that, particularly if I'm sending the shrimp salad somewhere to someone, like if my husband's taking it with him to work. I always have his dressing in a little separate container. I guess mainly because of the lemon juice. But the lemon juice is so important to my flavor. And I'm going to add a tiny bit more because I want it to also get on my egg. Lemon juice brings out the flavor of egg. And I want it to get on my celery and onion too. My co-host is in the house as usual. My Duke's mayonnaise. I've already got that in my container. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of salt on my shrimp. Salt kind of brings out the flavor. The rest of the spices are all going to go in the dressing. So the only thing in the vegetables so far is the lemon juice and the salt. And of course the vegetables. I'm not putting any salt in the dressing because I've added it to the shrimp. So I'm going to put in some black pepper, celery salt. That was too much. When you get too much, get a spoon. See how it's all coming off? Nothing worse than too much of something. So see, I got most of that off. I like celery salt, but celery seed, but not that much. So that's my celery seed and pepper. I'm going to put in some onion powder. I'd say I'm probably putting in 1/4 of a teaspoon of the celery seed, 1/4 of a teaspoon of the onion powder. Cayenne pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon for everyone else. I would use 1/4, so I'm going to go ahead and put between those two. We like ours spicy. I've got a little bit of garlic powder, even though I have put garlic in the actual shrimp, because I want it in my dressing too. I like to make my dressing in advance and let it marry, let my flavors marry. Here I've got some parsley, dried. If you use fresh, you always use more. This is right at probably half a teaspoon of parsley. So those are my spices. Get them stirred up real quick. And like I said, I am not going to mix the two together. In fact, I need more mayonnaise than that. I did not realize it till I got it together. I've got not near enough for how many vegetables and how much shrimp I've got. So you always get a fresh spoon. The mayonnaise would be contaminated if I had put it in with the spoon that I'd already used with all the spices. Mayonnaise is something you got to be so careful about. I think the contamination is really almost more important than keeping it cool when you're going on a picnic or something. But we all have coolers these days. We don't worry about our mayonnaise getting bad. So here I'm going to put a little tiny bit more lemon juice in. Not much. Lemon juice is just so good with shrimp. I don't have to tell anybody that loves shrimp. Now, I don't eat this because I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not going to make even a small amount for myself. But I can promise you, everyone that has southern shrimp salad with this egg, hard-boiled egg, there I go putting in more celery. Oh my gosh, I'm using celery salt instead of seed. Heavens to Betsy. Well, I got most of it out. I do have some seed. My recipe that I use up in my head always calls for seed. Well, I'm sorry. I'm really glad I didn't put any salt in now. So I'm going to put in a little bit more cayenne pepper. It'll kind of offset all that extra celery salt that I put in. And a touch more black pepper to kind of offset that. And I am going to taste this. See if I'm getting a little bit of my taste buds back. So let's see. Of course, it hasn't sat for a while. It's a little salty. I'm going to put in a little bit more onion powder to kind of get rid of that salt. And I think I'm going to add just a touch more of the lemon juice. I think that'll cancel out some of that salt too. So this is so good on crackers for a party, for a lunch with fruit on the side for a luncheon if you have company coming over. It's really good at nighttime over a salad. You can make a fresh garden salad, and then you can put shrimp salad on top. It's just heavenly. Or you can make it on a cold sandwich, which is what I plan to do, on some walnut bread that we got. But it's so good however you like it. So enjoy it, and if you've never made it before, give it a try. I think it'll be your new favorite thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.